Hello everyone, this is Stuff. You're watching Stuff HD, and today I am making this video more specifically to the people that run the city of Milwaukee, which they probably won't see this video, but I'm still gonna talk to them as if they did. So what I'm going to talk about, I'm sure is not simply a Milwaukee problem, but I'm sure it's a problem in a lot of cities. But it's something that I find a little bit ridiculous, and you know, I happen to live in Milwaukee, so that's why I'm talking to the people of Milwaukee. But it's about garbage, illegal dumping in other places. So yeah, basically illegal dumping is a big problem here in Milwaukee. Now, I just hired somebody to, because I can't do it myself. I hired somebody to help me clean up the back fence of my house, because this is what the back fence was looking like. None of this here is my garbage. This is all just stuff that people come and they dump back there. Now, I have cameras, but currently I don't have any cameras looking at that specific spot, so I need to work on doing that. So the guy did come and he did a really good job. I mean, this is the after picture, and that looks, compared to that, this looks amazing. But illegal dumping is overall a big problem in Milwaukee. And here I have a video that I caught with one of my cameras of this guy that he just comes, he's like, oh, look, I got a mattress on the top of my car. Now, there's a place in Milwaukee where he could have taken this mattress. And I don't know, depending on how much garbage you take, it'll either be free or you have to pay like $20. I mean, for this much, it would have been about $20 at most. But no, he's just like, I'm just going to leave it over here. Now, obviously, that's not my garage. My garage is the one with the camera. But that is my neighbor's garage. And the guy just leaves that there and just walks away. That's kind of messed up. But here's the problem. When I hired the guy to come and help me clean up my area, we went to the city dump to throw away the garbage, and right away they look at everything that we have and they're like, it's gonna be $20, which it's kind of annoying, because you're going through all this trouble. I'm already paying a guy to clean up the area, plus then we have to drive over there to get rid of it, and they're charging us $20. So I'm like, okay, whatever, $20. So then they're like, oh, are there any TVs in there? And there was one TV, one old CRT TV. So I'm trying to be honest, so I'm like, yeah, there's a TV in there. So then they're like, oh, well, it's going to be $5 extra. Which again, I have to pay $5 extra because somebody else decided to throw the TV on my thing. So I'm like, whatever, sure, I'll pay the $5 extra. So we go in. They don't make it simple when you're trying to throw away garbage. They want to know what type of garbage you have. Because certain garbage goes in a certain bin, then another type of garbage goes into another bin. And, the people that work there, they can't do this themselves, I guess. You have to go and figure, they tell you where to go, but then you have to throw your garbage in those places. So if it's all messed up, you better separate everything before you get there, I guess. Which is even more work for you, which, I can kind of understand it when it's your garbage, but when somebody else left it in your property, that just gets ridiculous to me. So anyway, they told us, okay, go to this bin, and then everything that we had, we could have dumped there. So we're throwing away the stuff, and then we had this big... it was like a big chunk of cement. Basically, it was like a fence post that used to be underground. The part that goes underground, the cement, concrete, whatever, with a piece of the metal tube sticking out, which took forever just to get that thing in the van. So the guy is looking at us, and then he comes over and he's like, "Oh yeah, next time you got to tell us about that because we don't take that." So I'm like, "Oh, okay. So like, where are we supposed to go to throw this?" And then the guy's like, "Well, I don't know, but we don't take it like that. You would need to separate the metal from the concrete." So I'm like, "What? You want me to separate the metal from the concrete?" Like, so once again, I'm like, so I'm explaining this to the guy. I'm like, "Dude, like this is stuff that people come and they just throw behind my fence." He's like, "Yeah, but we don't take it like that." So I'm like, I'm not gonna, it's bad enough I'm picking it up and bringing it over here. I'm not gonna go ahead and like get a hammer and start hammering away just to separate the metal from the concrete. And then the guy is like, "Well, if you don't do it, then I have to do it." Which, he did tell us that he was gonna allow us to throw it away this time. So I decided to leave it alone. But in my mind, I'm like, well, yeah, but you get paid to do it. Like I don't. Like I'm paying, like just to get rid of it, which is not mine to begin with. So yeah, I'm like, well, no wonder Milwaukee. No wonder there's such a such a problem with people throwing away their garbage in other people's properties because you don't make it easy. Like a lot of the garbage, a lot of this garbage that you see over there, like that had been there for a while, and the garbage trucks, they come every single week, and they take away whatever's in the bin, but they don't take away anything that's not on the bin. Some of that garbage over here is kind of hard to tell, but some of that garbage is in bags because they decided to just drop bags of garbage there. And the city could have just picked it up, but they don't. They just don't. And when I called, because with this guy, with that mattress was there for about a month. I eventually called the city, and supposedly my neighbor also called the city, so I don't know which one it was, but eventually the city came to pick it up. But those mattresses have been there for like a month. And when I called the city, they're like, "Well, if it's next to the garbage cans, then they'll take it." But that's not true, because this is exactly where that guy left that mattress. That is exactly where my neighbor puts his his garbage bin every single week for the garbage people to come and take it. And even when I called to, ask them to come and pick it up because I was sick of having to, maneuver around it whenever I was leaving my garage, they gave me so much trouble because I didn't know my neighbor's address. I'm like, "Look, I'm giving you my address. It's like right behind it." I mean, you can see in the video where my garage is and where my neighbor's garage is. Like, it's right next to it. Just come to my place, you'll see the mattress. And the guy's like, "No, I need the actual address." Now, to be fair, he did work with me, and we did go on Google Maps and we figured out the address. But I'm like, why does it have to be so complicated? And I try to understand. I try to understand the fact that they charge us so that we can dump our garbage, because I'm like, okay, if I have a whole bunch of garbage from my house, yeah, that makes sense. But even then, it's a little bit difficult when you see so much of your tax money go towards other things, like, a specific trolley that we have here in Milwaukee and other, things that are happening. It makes it difficult to be a little bit understanding, but I try to be understanding. I'm like, what, if I have to pay the $20, that's fine. Just don't make it so damn complicated. Anyway, that is my rant for today. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys have the same issue in your city? Like, does your city do something better than what my city does? Because I don't know. I don't even know what to think anymore. Like, this is, I don't want to say it's crazy, because, it's certainly not the worst thing in the world, but it's certainly not helping the problem of illegal dumping. Illegal dumping is going to keep on going as long as they keep making it difficult for people to throw away their stuff. As long as, for me, it might be easy to pay $20 to go throw away some garbage, but for other people, $20, like, that's a lot of money. So yeah, of course it's going to be easier to just go somewhere and dump it. So yeah. All right. I'm out of here. You'll take care. Bye.